Hey, how's it going, guys? Doing another YouTube expediting video. Today I'm going to talk about rates. What rate should you be running for? I'll go into different variations of some of the different rates that I've ran for in the past and what I do now. I think for most, the industry standard is between 75 on the lower spectrum and up to 85, maybe 90 cents a mile. Um, if you're on a percentage base, you'd get, I don't know, 62% is what I used to get in the van. The company would pay for my, vehicle insurance, cargo insurance. I got 62%. I got 62% of the fuel surcharge, stuff like that. So what if you're I've heard of people not being on a contract. They just get called and we can only get freight for 40, 50 cents, 60 cents a mile. Um, Obviously, it costs between 30 to 35 cents a mile just to operate your vehicle, to pay for fuel and maintenance and stuff like that. And basically, you want to be up around that 80, 90 cents, up to a buck a mile, preferably. So, any of you guys that are running for 40, 50 cents a mile, stop. Don't do it. You're just killing yourself. All you're doing is you're going for a joyride and just basically running for the sake of running. It's just nuts. I do not take cheap freight because the second you take a low ball bid, your company knows that, okay, this person will run cheap. So let's say they're getting the load for 80 to 90 cents a mile, and they're telling you they're only getting it for 50 or 60, or they're getting it for $1 a mile. So, not saying every company's like that. There are companies like that. There's guys like Greedy Gary out there that'll rip and nickel and dime you to death. So what I say, look, for me to make an honest living, I have to run for, let's just call it 80 cents a mile. I have to run for 80 cents a mile. I don't want to go any lower than that. That's fine. And I'll talk about differences between a set rate and percentage. Okay, as an example, a couple weeks ago, I'm on percentage. Even though now I'm a company guy, I get 30% of whatever the load pays. Okay, and we got a load for, it was like Romulus, Michigan, or something like that, going up to Toronto. I paid $1,850. That's like a 200 and maybe a 220-mile trip total. So if you would have done that for 80 cents a mile, 220 miles, that's X amount of money. That's the money you make. I did it for 1850 and I got 30% of that. So the higher the load is, the more money the company makes, and the more money I make. On a flat rate at 80 cents a mile, they could get the loads for $2, $3 a mile theoretically, and they're paying you, 70, 80, 85 cents, 90 cents a mile. That's why I prefer percentage over a set rate. Because on a set rate, if the company profits, I should be able to profit also. It's a partnership. When the rates are low, I suffer, the company suffers a little bit, right? But when the rates are high, cha-ching, cha-ching, you make a lot more money on percentage base than what you would on um, a set rate. Now, granted, I'll talk about companies like Bolt, Express, or Panther. You may be on a set rate, but you can also ask for bonuses. Look, freight I'm taking is going into a bad freight area. I need a bonus on this of an extra couple $100, maybe $200, $300. And they'll come back and say yes or no, or oh, we can only do 150. Tell them, look, man, can you stick an extra $50 on there to cover my fuel cost? You know what I mean? It's not free to deadhead. It costs me money. I got to cover my expenses as an owner operator or as working for a fleet owner. It's you have to make money. Your owner has to make money, and you have to make money as a driver too. If you're not making money, what's the sense of doing it? So when you're running for, the set rate, ask for a bonus. Ask for it. The worst thing that they can say is no. And if it doesn't make sense, the numbers don't jive with what you need to make, say no. Just say no. Don't take it. There's always other loads. Yeah, you may have to sit another day or a couple hours, whatever the case is, but you're going to get a rate that jives with you where you're going to make money. I've been doing this for going on 9 years. Next year it'll be 9 years. I've been doing this for 8 years. And I've done pretty good at what I do. Okay? So basically, you have to do what makes sense. If you're on percentage, obviously the higher the rate is, what they get the load for. I know guys that work for companies, they get, I think he said he gets 85% of what the rate of what the load pays. And he basically runs under their insurance. They take 15% and then they take the insurance out of his paycheck. So there's probably options like that too. And he's shown me a couple of his pay stubs. And I'm like, wow, that's not bad. He did a couple runs in a week and made pretty good money as an owner-operator. And he seems pretty content with them. So the money's there. There's no crap loads for 40, 50 cents a mile. And the guys that are doing the crap loads for 40, 50 cents a mile are the guys that are doubling up or tripling up on loads, which you're not supposed to do because it's Expedite exclusive. You do freight for Chrysler, Ford, GM, Honda, Toyota. You do that, say you have a cargo or a Sprinter van or a Sprinter van type vehicle, and you do a load for Ford. It's Expedite exclusive, which what means is Ford or GM or Chrysler or whoever it be books that van on that load. You are not supposed to be sticking 4 or 5 different shipments on a vehicle. And usually that's basically industry standard anyways. But guys are doing it. They're running through 2 or 3 different loads. And if you get caught, when you do, you get caught double dipping or double brokering or whatever they call it. I think it's double brokering. You get caught doing that, you're basically kicked off all of them, say like Selectus or Expeditors or NLM or XPO, I think they're called now. You're basically booted off them load boards and then you're basically blacklisted. So if you want to double up on loads, as long as the customer, I will say this, if both customers are okay with it, and both sign off that, yeah, it's fine, then you can do it. But otherwise, if they don't know, you're double booking freight. So you have a Sprinter van and you book 2 skids that are double stacked, and you find another 2 or another skid and put it in there behind, and those other 2 companies don't know you're doing that, and you get caught, yeah, that's like a big, that's a big boo-boo. So I think I've covered everything on... excuse me. I think I've covered everything on rates and everything there, so we're good there. But I'm going to have more videos coming up about... I I'm going to talk about the Zello app and for people getting into the industry to get answers now. Like you see this video and you have a question you want answered PDQ like right now. I'll do a follow-up video on this one. This will be my next video, is about Zello, the Zello application, free walkie-talkie, kind of like the Nextel phones, beep beep, but you're actually pushing a button on your screen. So I'll talk about that in my next video. So stay tuned. You like my stuff, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye-bye.